Hello, good morning, and welcome to MasterGraphics Question Corner. I am Barb Miller-Webb with MasterGraphics. Today, I have a question that's from David from here in Missouri. And his question is how to best implement a new 3D printing cell, which makes parts for our existing assembly area with our current layout for the best flow. So that's a mouthful, I know, I get it. So anyway, I'm going to try to answer this today. Obviously, there's probably a lot more details that we could probably get into with this, but I'm going to try to give you a general idea. So first and foremost, you got to make sure that you have your management team on board, right? If the management team's not on board, then you're not going to be able to go anywhere with it. And then start by building a business case by looking at the parts that you're thinking about producing for your assembly area, right? Develop maybe a reporting tool to help show how that efficiency can be attained and utilized. And then, along with that, of course, understand the volumes and the parts along with those manufacturing processes that are going to be repeatable each time. I would also use your build software with the 3D printer to help analyze and develop the print builds to assure that there's going to be efficiency by being able to produce those parts for your assembly. Next, most importantly, you need to select the technology, the 3D print technology that makes sense, right? And that's going to be used for those particular. Along with that, you got to determine what material within that technology is going to make sense for that, for those processes or for those assembly areas. And then go through and decide how you're going to set up that machine process. Then you need to start thinking about the employees that are going to be involved, right? Define what their clear roles are going to be, kind of what their responsibilities are going to be, even some of their expectations, kind of what the outcome should be for each of those personnel that are going to be involved in the 3D printing or additive manufacturing cell. That even includes, right, doing annual maintenance, monthly maintenance, daily maintenance, weekly maintenance on the 3D printers itself. Next, I would set up on paper a simple workflow, right? Set up a blueprint, a factory blueprint. The work should move freely from one workspace to the next. So within that cell and from one cell to the next, right? If you're going to be doing that in your existing assembly area, you need to make sure that it's set up properly to flow smoothly. So the cells kind of need to be stationed in order for a logical and consecutive flow so that the operators can move quickly from, say, the supplies, loading the supplies into the printer, to the printer itself, moving the parts from the printer into the post-processing units, and minimizing that transition time, right, from one unit to the other. And then in turn to the supply shelf, so that you can make sure that all your parts after they come out of the post-processing units are on the supply shelf with bins, and that would allow for your assembly group to be able to access those parts immediately right there in that same area. So draw up a layout, optimize that workflow from print to the very finish to the bins, if you will. And so by creating that digital workflow to accept your data, starting from the engineer all the way through to the manufacturing personnel, right? So beginning with all of those suggestions, I think that would help you to create that 3D printing cell existing in your assembly area. If you have more questions, concerns, or you want to talk further, please feel free to reach out to me at MasterGraphics or anyone else with the MasterGraphics team. Thanks, have a great day, and talk to you soon.